Hello, ladies and gents, we're here for more The Stellar Swordmaster. It's been a little while since I recorded this because I was away in Japan, and obviously now I am back. We have 4 chapters. Yes, 4 chapters of this to read today. It's going to be a long video, so buckle up, get yourself something nice to eat and drink. And in fact, I also need to go get myself something to drink because I'm out of water. Back in a bit. I'm back with hydration, and I hope that within that half frame instantaneous jump cut, you also got yourself something to drink. Obviously, I'm not getting something to eat because I'm recording. Also, you can skip ahead like 3 minutes if you don't care about Musume, but I've got events on the. Oh my god, this current CM is actually tilting me, man. During round 1, I was smoking, I was cooking. It's how it usually goes when you're a decent player, right? But what's really confusing me is nothing about my Umas has changed. And it's not like I'm losing. I mean, I am losing more than I was in round 1 because that's just typically how it happens. You start playing as the Giga Whales and you get fucked. But what's really confusing me isn't the fact I'm losing more. It's what's happened to the performance of my Umas specifically within relation to themselves. So I'm running Kitasan, Bourbon, and Ogre, right? Yeah, Mare Sheep, shut up, right? But during round 1, my Kitasan was always my most successful and, you know, consistently my best performing. And now, for some reason, even though nothing has changed, she is now my worst performing Uma. Nothing has changed. But Bourbon, who was my previously worst performing Uma, is now my best performing Uma. Nothing has changed. Again, nothing has changed. The lobbies, at least the amount of frontrunners and other positions, is about the same as it was in round 1. Even the composition of the lobbies hasn't changed. And yet, for some reason, my best performing Uma is now my worst performing Uma, and my worst performing Uma is now my best performing Uma. Even though I can't stress this enough, nothing has changed. Also, something that has really been pissing me off, my Vald Bourbon has 3 greens, focus, and early lead. 5 skills I can count that trigger out of the gate. And then there's a skill in the game called Groundwork, which requires you to trigger at least 3 skills within, like, the first part of the race. Even though I'm triggering 5 skills out the gate, in 50 races, she has failed to trigger Groundwork once. Despite meeting the conditions. I'm getting so screwed. I'm getting giga RNG screwed, and it's tilting me into the sun. But nonetheless, let's read The Stellar Swordmaster. Maybe that'll make me feel better. Oh my god. Also, channel members and patrons get other extra videos if you think that's worth it. Clicking in the buttons down below, with patrons getting the unfiltered stuff. Anyway, let's roll. Radu Dragulia. Together, he and Mircea Dragulia are the 2 pillars of the Dragon Slayers. Though still young, he's an exceptionally skilled knight, with several dragon kills already to his name. He is also counted among the most powerful warriors in the entire empire. He doesn't look young, if I'm being honest. Like, he doesn't look young. That hairline's not doing him any favors. I'd expect no less from the descendants of a family with dragon blood running through their veins. He certainly surpasses Rutger in terms of sheer reputation, at least. Ugh. However, what I wonder is, what brings the Dragon Slayers back to the north? They wouldn't venture so far unless it were on dragon-related business, or some such other threat. Have there been any recent dragon incidents? Perhaps a deathworm sighting, or the return of the lindworm?
Not that I'm aware of, my lord. All has been quiet on the northern frontier since the last expedition.
Then what could it be? I can't rid myself of this unease that I'm overlooking something important.
Lord Joseph! I have urgent news from Lord Sturma! The eyes of Vazid have spotted signs of suspicious activity across the north!
So this is it. The source of the unease I've been struggling to identify. It appears I was mistaken this time. He never had an interest in seizing control of Schwora to begin with. How could I have failed to see his true purpose? The man has been an exorcist his entire life.
Pardon, my lord.
The Northern Church aligned with the Vatican are beginning to stir. The banners of the Vatican and the Dragon Slayers gather now in Mosiam, Baron Utman's land. So I can tell we've seen her.
Are you implying what I think you are, sir?
Indeed. What Bishop Perry truly desires is a holy war. A war declared in support of religious... Really? Wow! Thanks, note. The Stellar Swordmaster, episode 103.
It's alright, really. There's no need to hurry. No one will take your food from you. How long were they lost in the woods? They seems they haven't had a bite to eat in days.
Ah, that's better. Thank you. I shudder to think what might have become of us had we not crossed paths with you.
Well. There's something I never reckoned I'd see.
What's going on? Why is everyone staring at me like that?
I take you now from the central region, sir.
I hail from the north.
Ah, the north.
Have I offended you somehow?
Not at all. No. I'm just a little surprised is all. We're not exactly royalty, you see. It's the first time we've been thanked by a knight like yourself.
Ah. Was I too polite with them? The divisions of social ranks must be stricter in the central region than in the north.
If it's not too bold of me to ask, which way are you bound?
We're heading for Tanovo, in the territory of Vizcaya.
Well, isn't that a coincidence? As it happens, we're on our way to Tanovo as well.
Whoa! Sir, this is wonderful! We can just follow them there! We were so turned around in these woods, I feared we might starve here, and we might starve where we found our way. Would you shut your mouth? We don't even know these people. How could you be so gullible? You were the one who told me to follow your lead. Lest we seem naive and make ourselves easy prey for bandits.
I'm Stefan, of the Thornbush Mercenary Band.
I'm Vlad of Vlad.
It's an honor to make your acquaintance, Sir Vlad.
Capital of Count Vitskaya's territory, Tanovo.
Tanovo is one of the major trading centers with the elves of the east. We'll find merchants and mercenaries from all corners here.
Ah.
He may be a tad green yet, but he's still a knight. A few bowls of soup and some kind words are all it takes to win his favor. It's a small price to pay. Shall I find an inn for you, sir? I know of a few decent places to stay.
A recommendation would be much appreciated. First, I'd like to speak with the lord of the city.
Ah, I see. Well, the Khan's residence is the largest building in the city, so you should have no trouble finding it. We'll be staying at the inn just up ahead by the crossroads. You're more than welcome to stop by if you need anything.
I will. Thank you for all of your help.
I pray our paths may cross again.
And you said I nearly just said, I pray our cross may pass again. God damn it.
I really ought to pay him a visit and buy him a drink sometime.
It'll have to be a rather expensive drink.
Why is that?
You saw the gear they wore, didn't ya? Not to mention how quickly the inspection at the city gates was finished. I suspect you're one of the central region's most esteemed mercenary bands.
You're right. I wouldn't have to get to know them better.
In any case, let's be on our way. You said to look for the largest building, right? The buildings all seem so grand to me. I don't know how we're gonna find it. Said the large. Oh, yep, okay. Yep, the one that looks very Greek. Well, modern. Yeah, it's got that kind of with the columns, the Roman, more Roman, I suppose. Greco-Roman. I gather this must be the place. Oh heavens. Yeah, rather large. Oh my lord. Who might you be? I'm Vlad, Knight of House Vezet. I've come to make a special request of the Count.
What shall I tell him on your behalf?
I have an urgent message from my lord. And require the assistance of a mage to deliver it. Tell the Count I'd be most grateful if he might show kindness to a knight in need.
Very well. Just wait a moment.
Shall I hold off on reserving the inn for now? You know, I can't mind invite you to stay here.
Sure. I seem to recall experiencing something like this not too long ago. When can I expect an answer? It's difficult to say. Will he help me or not? That's all I wish to know. You'll have to wait. For how long? Until the Count summons you.
Who's that? What's all the fuss about?
Not sure. It's easy from the north.
I thought I caught a fire stench in there. Must have been that barbarian. Shh, he'll hear you. So what? What's some northern vagrant gonna do here?
Ah, is this what he meant? Let me tell you about the central region. The silly dwellers there are all the same, from the highest nobles down to the lowest classes. Oh no, it's the old guy.
Being right in the center of the continent, they think the whole world revolves around them. To their eyes, the Westerners are nothing but dirt-eating savages, and since we Northerners have barbarian blood in us, the people of the central region believe themselves to be far superior. Remember this. The only thing colder than the snowy plains of the north is the central region's discrimination.
Oi, you there. Do I amuse you?
Pardon? Oh, no, not at all. Sir?
I'm awaiting an answer, not seeking permission.
How dare you plant your banner in front of the Count's residence? Such insolence! The crest!
I may be a mere knight, but I believe I'm entitled to an answer from the Count. And I won't be leaving until I get one.
Yeah, you fucking tell him, Vlad. You fucking tell him. Don't let him walk all over you, boy. Bro, this is gonna be a long video. This is gonna be the longest video I put out in well, a very long time. You know, this is gonna remind me of back when I was reading Kubera for the first time. You know, and I had like literally hundreds upon hundreds of chapters to read. Oh my god. And now I read it one at a time weekly. To be fair, that's how this was until I went on holiday. Gods. Hopefully my voice... Well, oh god, it's been like 4 o'clock by the time. Jesus. How old are you? Lord of Tenova, Count Vitskaya.
18 this year, sir.
Only 18 and you've already slain a dragon.
I was actually 17 at the time.
My. So that's why you have the Dragon Slayer's crest on your banner, is it?
Yes, sir.
And who allowed you to use their crest?
The captain of the Dragon Slayers, Sir Michele Dragulia.
This filthy northern mongrel. How dare he utter such a noble name so brazenly? If I find out you're lying, you won't leave this room alive.
I don't think you realize quite... Bro, you're playing with fire, dude.
I slayed the Lindworm. Sir Michele witnessed it himself. I speak only the truth, sir.
The Stellar Swordmaster, episode 104.
My word. Not a trace of hesitation in his gaze. So, you require a mage's aid, do you?
Correct, sir. I have an urgent message from my master.
No knight from the north has ever sent a message from Tenova by a mage. I wouldn't normally permit such a thing. But I must confess, the young man has stirred my curiosity. What's this message about, then? There must be something quite important.
A few days ago, I encountered an evil creature in the woods of the Brecci. I'd never seen the likes of such a monster in the north, but when I described it to the villagers, they called it a troll. What's more, it was enchanted with a curse that made it impossible to kill.
Impossible to kill? What do you mean?
There was a similar incident in the north before.
I suspect a dark, mysterious force is slowly getting hold over the land.
Sounds like pure nonsense to me. A monster that can't be killed. Don't make any sense. What exactly was this?
Where exactly was this? In the Brecci, the domain of the Dalmatia family. This was the nearest city, so I hastened here as quickly as I could.
So he set aside his own duties, travelled all this way to warn me of the danger as well. Judging by the fire in his eyes, I doubt he'll take no for an answer. Let our guest from the north use the crystal ball.
Thank you, sir.
Forgive me for keeping you waiting outside. A great many knights have come to visit me of late. I assumed you were simply another among them. Go on and report to your master.
Yes, sir. If you'll excuse me.
Look into this at once.
Yes, my lord. I'll have someone sent to Brecci to...
Not that, you fool! I'm talking about whether he's truly a dragon killer and a knight for House Vazed. I want to know everything about him. Now go! Leave me in peace. What in God's name do I pay them for? A bunch of imbeciles, every last one of them. Despite his somewhat rough manner, the boy possessed a certain grace and dignity. Impudent and arrogant, yes. Yet, there was a boldness that matched his defiant spirit. In time, he may well prove to be quite useful.
Could you repeat that one more time?
It costs 1 gold piece per character to send a message, though the price may rise depending on the distance. This is outrageous! Even with all that haggling, I really managed to get 10 gold pieces from Baron Dalmatia. There's no need to worry about the cost. As a guest of Count Vitsquire, you may use the service free of charge. Well, you might have mentioned that first. I thought you were about to be reduced to paupers just to send a single message. Would you kindly tell me Shore's wave frequency number?
Pardon? Wave... what?
In order to send a magical message, I need the area's wave frequency.
You don't know the number? You know the number, don't you?
Me?
I'll see if I can find out the number.
Phew! It's a good thing we came here instead of seeing out any homage. We might have wasted our time otherwise.
Indeed. I didn't reckon sending a message would be so complicated. Now that I've left the familiar world of House Vazed, I'm beginning to see how much more there is to being a knight than simply wielding a sword. I still have a long road ahead of me.
Despite starting off on a rather sour note initially, I'm glad we ended up making the Count's acquaintance.
Why is that?
I was speaking with his attendants earlier, and they told me that all these decorations and ornaments were gifts from the elves.
What? All of them?
Certainly look like it, don't they?
Elves are quite cautious about admitting outsiders into their lands. Count Vizcaya must have managed to secure a successful trade with them. In other words, he's someone the elves are willing to listen to.
That's good. How deep into his world is he going to be able to get?
Where might this place be? It's strikingly beautiful.
I imagine it's the tree that the little mole is from back in its heyday, or it's a combination of that and the hill with the tree that the snake spirit lived in, and they've combined in your world in some way.
Yet there's something melancholy about it as well. I still struggle to maintain the vision for long, but gradually I'm beginning to see more, though it's blurrier than when I beheld it through the Voices world. Once my world deepens, I should see it more clearly.
So Vlad, may I have a moment of your time?
What brings you?
Forgive me for disturbing your rest, but would you care to spar?
Spar?
Not an official duel, mind you, Just a bit of a light exercise before bed. It's exceedingly rare for knights from the north to pass through to Novo, so I was hoping you might grant me the honour of experiencing a taste of northern swordsmanship. Keep it together.
There's only one way to shatter baseless discrimination and prejudice. Very well. As a token of gratitude for sending my message earlier and providing such a comfortable room, I suppose I owe something in return. You must prove your worth.
They're about to get a very, very rude awakening, aren't they? They're gonna have a great time. Imagine that. You've gone to go rough up the new kid, right? And then you get your absolute shit kicked in, all of you. And it's in your lord's fucking manor. Oh, that'll be hilarious. I've looked into it, and it's true, my lord. He has indeed slain a dragon. Anything else? I tested his prowess in battle as well. Among our remaining knights, none were a match for him. My, is that so? 3 of the 5 knights who sparred with him will be unfit for duty for quite some time. And you? How do you reckon you would fare against him? He's a beast, man. I am quite confident I could defeat him, my lord. Quite confident. Not even Tanovo's greatest swordsman can be certain of victory against a mere 18-year-old. Perhaps I ought to have the guards hanged. Pardon? Young or not, how could they have failed to recognize a knight of his abilities? They couldn't have made a worse first impression of being kept waiting in the cold for hours. I doubt to be very eager to cooperate. I only hope the young man is at least somewhat reasonable. The Stellar Swordmaster, episode 105.
Green tea. Interesting. It's not what I would have expected from the central regions, you know, considering they seem to hold themselves in higher regard. You'd have expected, you know, a richer red or black tea. Or perhaps even something as exquisite as coffee. Oh, I love coffee. Oh, I love coffee. Also, I've just realized something as I've been going. I've just edited the Cabrera video for this week. I'm recording it the same day, because obviously the chapters go up the same day. And I do the blog post that Curry does at the end of the videos, and normally what I do is I take the filter off when I get to the blog post, because it's not something that needs filtering. But I forgot. Because I'm stupid. Oh well. Also, I forgot, I talked about a photo that I took on the plane back from Japan. Yes, a photo from the plane. And it was really nice, and I was going to put that in the video as well. I forgot to do that. I'm not going to put it here. I'll probably just put it on Twitter. I understand tea drinking isn't terribly common in the north. Indeed, most northerners would prefer a bottle of liquor over a cup of tea to ward off the cold. Well, you might be interested to know that this elvish tea, made from rare ingredients found in the eastern woods. Trading in elvish specialties is one of our domain's primary enterprises. The central authorities find anything related to the elves utterly irresistible. Understandably, I suppose. Who wouldn't be intrigued by the mysteries of a race that's lived for so long? For instance, it's rumored that this tea can lengthen one's lifespan. They pay even more for it than the same weight in gold. Is it truly worth that much? In all honesty, I'm not sure it actually makes you live longer, but it's undeniably good for your health, particularly as a remedy for coughs. Coughs? He's always tried to hide it from me, but I've often noticed his shoulders shaking, and as he suppresses a cough. Perhaps this tea could help ease some of his misery in winter. What do you say? Shall I get you some? Huh? I've learned by now that no one offers such favors without expecting something in return. I must say, you northern knights aren't shy about speaking your mind. He's certainly unlike most other northerners I've encountered.
We might get along better than I thought. I admit, you saw right through me. With your experience as a dragon killer, I believe you might be able to help me with a problem I've been facing. As of late, someone has been lurking around our trade routes and robbing my merchants. It's a real thorn in it's a real thorn in my side, as you can imagine.
Is it a bandit?
Probably not. Every night I've sent along with the caravans has been taken out.
They may not measure up to Hasveza, but these are still knights from the central region. With all due respect, if your esteemed knights were unable to stop the assailant, what could I possibly do?
Even excessive modesty risks becoming the suit. Given that you've already earned the recognition of both San Rosino and several noble families in the north, I'm certain you're more than up to the task. I am a man who pays a fair price for services rendered. If you deal with a mysterious marauder for me, I assure you, there's plenty more gold in store for you.
It may be rather difficult to get rid of them all on my own.
Not to worry. You need only chase them away for the time being. For such a meager price, I wouldn't expect anything more. Of course, I'd be most pleased if you resolve this issue entirely, but if he merely holds the attackers at bay until I can find a more experienced knight, it would still be well worth the cost.
Very well. However, there is something other than gold I would like in return.
What else can I offer you?
As a knight-errant, I long to travel across this vast land and explore its many corners. Having come all this way, it would be a shame to leave without first visiting the Elvish woods. Oh, and I appreciate a box of this tea that you say is good for coughs as well.
Would you look at that? I took this boy for nothing more than a naive young rookie, and he states his demands with such confidence. He barely gives you a chance to get a word in. Who in the world created such a monster?
Shadowing his master. Very good.
I'm afraid such a favor would come at a higher price than simply holding off the plunderer temporarily. Allowing someone into the elves' territory is no small matter, even for someone of my standing.
Count Vitskaya, surely the elves are just as eager to restore trade as you are. I'll take care of everything for you. In fact, that needs to be delivered differently. I'll take care of everything for you. It's a bit better. Not quite right. I think it's a little off. I do try and take my voice acting seriously, even if it is only in these videos that I really do it. I'd love to go further, but whatever. By the by.
What are you goods inside?
Yes, that's right. Please have mercy on me.
He threw the caravan off the mountain. What?
Is this why you only brought me along? To divert some of the attention?
Partly, yes.
That explains it. I wonder why he'd lend me a horse and offer such a generous reward. If a gaze could kill, I'd be a dead man by now. What in God's name do you do to the poor men to make them glare at us like that?
Never mind them. It was a fair fight.
It's hardly been a month since you arrived in Tanovo. You've already managed to turn the entire Night Corps against us.
We'll learn whatever we can here, and then move on to somewhere else. That's the life of a mercenary, isn't it?
In theory, yes. I'm just not sure that applies in this situation.
That triggered my Siri. Somehow. Oh, have some faith. How about this? I'll share a little of my pay with you, too. Offers like this don't come along every day.
Yes, sir. You're in charge.
I'm glad I brought him with me. Canvit's knights are clearly not in the mood to cooperate. I much prefer having a seasoned mercenary by my side. How much longer until we arrive?
At this pace, we'll be there in 3 days.
In 3 days' time, I'll finally see the elves. It was an elf who gave me the only clue I have to track down the voice. They'll recognize the scene in my vision. I'm sure of it.
Come on then, let's move. And the final chapter for the video. I believe we've arrived, sir. Is that building over there?
Hmm? Aye. That must be the meeting place.
Indeed it appears so. I suppose this is as far as it'll allow us to go. The elves are inside. The elves inside should already... oh my god, I can't read! The elves should already be inside. We'll go speak with them. Stay here and keep watch, sir. Very well.
They're deliberately trying to prevent us from meeting the elves.
Can you blame them? The elves are the Vitskaya clan's most valued trade partners. At ease, everyone. The looter won't bother us here. The Count agreed to grant us passage into the elves' woods, but nothing more. Now that I know where they meet with the elves, I can always come back at a later time once my mission is complete. For now, I'll see how things go and decide my next course of action accordingly. On another note, the air here is so cool and refreshing. I've never felt such a pleasant breeze in the north.
Elf woman. The Stellar Swordmaster, episode 106. She's staring down at him. Very interesting. I assume she's probably caught a whiff of like that gem's mana. I'm afraid this is all we can offer at present.
This is not what we agreed upon. Please, I can explain. Preparing tea from the leaves of the Tuzon plant is a time-consuming, intricate process. It requires a great deal of effort. I'm well aware of that, Lord Vidaris. However, I know. There's a thief blocking the usual trade route.
As I suspected. He already knows the situation. This could completely ruin the negotiations.
And the tea? Has it been selling well?
Yes, very well in fact. If you would kindly give us just a little more time, we would be more than happy to pay you in full.
What of the other territories beyond the central region? Is our tea popular there as well?
Given its success among the central region's nobles, I'm sure this tea is faring well in other areas too. Such is the nature of fashions.
Then perhaps the lords of other territories would be inclined to trade directly with us.
I couldn't say.
This is your last chance. Pray, spare us the trouble of seeking other buyers elsewhere.
Yes, sir. I give you my word. I will ensure the remaining half of the payment is delivered to you as soon as possible.
That aside, who is the young man you brought with you?
Young man? Whom do you mean?
The one lying atop the carriage.
Does he see through the walls or something?
I didn't realise anyone was resting on the carriage.
A pentagram, huh? No, it's not a pentagram, is it? Pentagrams are the other way around. Or is it?
It's a chaotic energy. Difficult to describe. Strange. Yet somehow familiar. You have travelled a long way. Allow me to offer you a cup of tea.
Pardon? Tea, sir?
Call for the young man on the carriage as well.
An autumn leaf falls onto the sea within him.
Huh? What's this? Am I dreaming? Yet it feels so real.
He's in the vision.
What is this place?
That's nice. One thing that I will say about the Stellar Swordmaster, it has always had really
really good art. Like, it's always been very pretty and pleasing on the eyes. Flowers? An orchid? I don't know about flowers. That's a butterfly.
So it is a dream after all.
Uh-huh.
Ah, I see now. This is the world from the voices' memories. The only clue I have to identify it.
Sir! 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 Hello?
Uh-huh. What's this? And this. And this. And this.
Nice to meet you as well. So that's what the... Well, yeah. I mean, I kind of thought that's where that was going, but a bit blatant. Pleasure to meet you as well. That's one way to make a first impression, isn't it? So, he's got his childhood friend, the blue-haired noble lady, and it appears we might be ending up with an elf to add to the list. Well, we'll leave that there. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you've stuck around this long. If you have, there's no reason for you to not like, comment, sub, notification bell, usual YouTube stuff, because you're clearly a fan if you stuck around for a full 36 minutes plus. And you know what I mean? Like, come on now. Come on. Just, it's all of that I just said. It's all free. You're not paying for channel membership or a Patreon subscription. It's all free. And, you know, just, I greatly appreciate it. Try 1,000 subs as well. So, doing all that really benefits me. But yeah, try 1,000 by June of this year. So, if you do me so and help each other be absolutely Stella. I made myself laugh because I was laughing at how bad that joke was. Right, well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this time for another video, and a ta-ta for now.